Let me ask you something. Your hair looks healthy, right? It shines, it feels smooth, no frizz, no breakage, no drama. But somehow it feels thinner than before. It feels flat. The ends feel dry, even though you do everything right. And that's the problem. Because straight hair can be damaged and still look fine. It can look perfect on the outside while the inside is quietly falling apart. And then one day, you wake up and it just feels gone. That's why I want to show you something today, and this is something most people never see. What straight hair looks like under a microscope. This is the damage that doesn't announce itself, and the damage that quietly kills your hair. If you're new here, I'm Jacob. I'm a professional hairstylist and I work from a trichology-based approach, meaning I don't just style hair, I study how hair behaves, ages, and breaks down. And straight hair is the most misunderstood hair type I work with. Because straight hair hides damage better than almost any other texture. So many people tell me, my hair was fine, until it wasn't. And the reason is simple, your hair can look healthy while the damage is building up underneath. So let's slow this down and really understand what's happening. Okay, so here's the truth. Hair is not alive. Once it grows out of your scalp, it can't heal itself. It can only be preserved or destroyed. Your hair strand is made of keratin protein, and it's protected by tiny scales called the cuticle. When those cuticles lie flat, your hair reflects light, it feels smooth, and it looks shiny. That's why straight hair looks healthy so easily. But under a microscope, healthy hair looks like roof tiles, smooth, tight, layered, and intact. Damaged hair looks like chipped tiles, lifted edges, cracks, and gaps. And here's the scary part. You cannot feel this damage, you cannot see it. But once those cuticles lift, everything changes. Straight hair is different. It doesn't have curves or bends like wavy or curly hair. So this happens. Oil from your scalp travels faster down the hair shaft. Styling becomes more frequent to manage it. Heat from tools hits the hair directly and evenly, and the pressure from styling is concentrated. Straight hair also gets styled hotter than most textures, and under a microscope, straight hair shows earlier cuticle erosion when exposed to repeated heat. So if you straighten your hair regularly, even properly, you are stressing the cuticle every single time, and that stress accumulates. Hair remembers everything you do to it. Let's talk about flat irons. Every time you clamp a hot iron on your hair, this happens. Inside the hair strand, there is water. When heat touches the hair, that water heats up fast. It expands. And under a microscope, scientists call this phenomenon micro-explosions. You don't see flames, you don't smell burning, but the internal structure weakens. Over time, the cuticles lift, the protein bonds that give your hair its strength weaken, and its elasticity disappears. That's why hair starts snapping mid-shaft, not only at the ends. And yes, this happens even if you use a heat protectant. Heat protectant slows damage, it does not cancel physics. This is where people get fooled. Shine comes from surface reflection, not internal strength. Silicones, oils, and serums, they coat the hair and make the cuticles lie flat, so your hair looks shiny. But under a microscope, that same hair still shows fractures, erosion, and thinning cuticle layers. So when someone says, my hair looks healthy but it feels dead, that's not in your head. That's real, structural damage. You are feeling what your eyes can't see yet. The invisible damage builds slowly. It's not from one big mistake, but from daily repetition. Things like flat ironing the same section twice, brushing aggressively when your hair is dry, washing too frequently and stripping its natural oils, skipping trims, over-clarifying, or even using too much protein. Each one of these habits creates tiny fractures in the hair's surface. Under a microscope, these fractures spread like cracks in glass. Eventually, the strand cannot hold together anymore. Then people say, my hair just won't grow past this length. The truth is, it is growing. It's just breaking off at the same rate. Now, let's add age into the equation. As we get older, our hair grows slower, the individual strands become finer, and our scalp produces less of that protective oil. Microscopic studies show that aging hair has thinner cuticle layers, reduced lipid protection, and lower tensile strength. This means it just can't take as much stress. So the same routine you had at 25 can literally destroy your hair at 40. That's why straight hair can seem to change suddenly in your late 30s. The damage was always there, your hair just can't compensate for it anymore. And here's the real problem, the biggest mistake I see. People fight their hair by doing the following: a slight wave, more heat, coarser strands, more ironing, and flyaways. More product. Under a microscope, hair that is constantly forced into submission shows accelerated structural collapse. Hair wants balance, not control. It wants to be worked with, not fought against. The more you try to dominate it, the more it will break. So what actually works? Not the latest trends, not the viral hacks. Real protection looks like this. Reduce your heat frequency. Use lower temperatures on your tools. Learn to embrace a little soft movement in your hair. Use lightweight hydration to keep it moisturized without weighing it down. Get strategic trims to remove damage before it travels up the hair shaft. And support the health of your scalp, because that's where it all begins. Healthy hair is preserved, not perfected. Straight hair doesn't scream when it's damaged. It whispers, and then one day it's just gone. If this video made something click for you, comment below. Tell me what you've noticed changing in your hair. And if you want real, evidence-based hair education, not hype, subscribe and turn on your notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.